Nobody wants to get hurt at work, so you can assume that when something does go wrong, or in the worst case, somebody gets injured, it wasn't their intention to end up in that situation. With this in mind, we can ask follow-up questions such as, what were the causal factors? What were the contributing factors? What influenced this person's behaviour? How did the organisational and job factors set this person up to make an error? What may have influenced their decision-making at the time?
As you may know, we are two fitters.
Furthermore, what can we learn from this information? And how can we encourage people to be willing to share their perspectives and experience to better understand what went wrong?
Phil, welcome aboard. Air filters need cleaning on truck 2.
Sweet.
And the loader needs a 500-hour service, so if anybody finishes early, get onto that one. Have a safe one, everyone.
By taking all factors into consideration, we are more likely to identify the latent conditions and hazards that led to the incident and put more effective controls in place to prevent it reoccurring. When incidents happen in the workplace, it's common for the unwanted outcome to be attributed to staff performance, specifically human error. While it is known that people will inevitably make errors, there are certain factors associated with the individual, the job, and the wider organisation that influence performance and therefore the rate of errors occurring. Individual factors include things like competence, cognitive ability, physical health, alertness, fatigue, alcohol, drugs, and psychological well-being. Job factors include the physical working environment, workload, procedures, staffing levels, and human-machine interface. Organisational factors include culture, leadership, priorities, systems, and change management. While human performance often plays a part in incidents, simply identifying that somebody made an error or blaming the people involved doesn't really provide opportunity to learn and prevent reoccurrence. When we focus on human error as the main contributing factor, all subsequent actions taken to prevent reoccurrence are typically aimed at the operator level. Things like training, discipline, and reminders. On the hierarchy of control, these actions are categorised as administrative and are therefore quite low. Crucially, they fail to address the latent conditions and hazards within the workplace systems, culture, and environment. These more significant factors impact everyone within the organisation and increase the likelihood of error happening in the first place. Following an incident, any thorough and effective investigation will take both human and organisational factors into account. Human and organisational factors that have contributed to most incidents in WA mining include managing human reliability, usable procedures, training and competency, staffing and workload, organisational change, safety critical communication, designing for people, fitness for work, health and safety culture, and maintenance, inspection and testing error. Let's look at a scenario and identify some underlying factors.
These trucks are causing problems. Truck 3 has been reported with liner issues. Now I know the welders need 3 shifts to repair it, but production want it back online as soon as possible so they can reach the end of month target. Now I need your guys to change the dump body tray with a spare as soon as possible so it can be repaired offline.
Yeah, okay, but I'm short on staff. I've got one fitter off sick and I've got the other 2 at a breakdown job in the pit. The only experienced fitter I have left in the crew is the new guy, Phil. He's confident, he seems to know what he's doing. Changing a dump body trainer shift might be a good one for him. Are you cool with that?
All right, use the new guy, but I want it spot on though. I don't want that same truck back here next week.
No dramas. Phil, the new guy. Look, there's been a change in plan. I'm going to need you to change the dump body tray on truck 3 with a spare tray.
Right, yeah, look, I've got a lot of experience with engines, transmissions, troubleshooting, but I've never actually done a truck tray change out before.
That's fine. You'll find the site procedures online. Just find a computer somewhere.
Right, yeah, it's just I haven't pulled the pins out of a truck tray before, and I've heard they can seize and be hard to
Mate,
get
I've
out.
got to be somewhere else. Just ask one of the other fellas for help. Go to stores if you need more gear. And like I said, the procedures are online. I'll leave it with you.
I can't believe this. There's nothing in these site procedures about tray removal. Maybe I could track down the OEM. Alrighty, according to the manufacturer's manual, I need some special pin pulling tool. Where do I find that? Maybe stores can help.
Oh, g'day mate, I need a pin pulling tool. I've got a part number.
Nah, mate, we don't stock that here. But look, we had a few field service guys coming the other day to use porta power for excavating and loaded bucket pins. Try one of those. There you go, mate. There's the rods. Grab what you want and I'll sign it out for you.
Yeah, well, if that's all you got, then I'll take it. Cheers. Hey, I'm Phil. Yeah, look, I need to change out a truck tray. I was wondering if you'd give us a hand.
Yeah, sure. Have to wait a while though. Flat out at the moment.
Righto.
After lunch, eh?
Yeah, cheers, yeah.
Oh, this is rubbish. No one can help. All the welders are busy with bucket repairs. The site procedures are useless. And there's no OEM tooling for the job. Oh, I really don't want to cut the bracket or gouge the pin, especially on my first day. I'm gonna have to check with the supervisor again. Far out. I can't reach her. Oh, I really need to make a start.
Emergency.
Now, let's explore some factors behind this scenario. Health and safety culture. It was the accepted practice on site to assign tasks to workers without first verifying their relevant competence. Even though Phil was a very experienced fitter, he wasn't familiar with the specific requirements for replacing truck trays. Staffing and workload. There were extra demands placed on workers due to decreased staff numbers. Key people were not available to assist Phil when required. This resulted in people working beyond their capacity. Training and competency. Phil was unfamiliar with the task and had not been provided with adequate training on how to replace truck trays. Usable procedures. Phil's colleagues assumed that a detailed site procedure was available online. However, this document was incomplete. Others suggested that Phil adapt equipment and procedures used for similar tasks. Maintenance, inspection, and testing error. Truck availability was low, and there was a shortage of maintenance personnel. Time pressures, inadequate tools, and incomplete site procedures increased the risk of error. We miss out on valuable information and opportunities to improve safety if we attribute incident causation solely to human error. All workers can and will make errors, no matter how experienced, diligent, or well-intentioned they are. However, if we understand and are aware of human capabilities and limitations, we can design procedures, jobs, and workplaces that are suited to people, rather than expecting them to undertake work that is beyond their capability. By doing this, we can increase the likelihood of achieving desired performance outcomes, reduce the probability of error, and improve mitigation strategies following an incident. Remember, everyone wants to go home safe from work.